I guess this is it for this video. Part 2 will be basically wiring up the AFR gauge. I still need to search more about that, so where I'm gonna get my power and my hertz. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you on the next one, and hopefully by then it will stop raining. See you guys. Who's this? Royal Mail. Didn't order anything. I've ordered this 50 years ago. I don't think I still have a YouTube account. Oh well, time to do a video. Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of how to install AFR gauge. I know it took me ages to get this video out, but mainly because I couldn't get the right connector in time. I mean, the seller said that it will take 3 days, and actually took 3 weeks to get the connector, which is a shame because I bought one from Alfred's, but it was not the right size, and I'll explain ones that you're gonna have to go with. But yeah, so hopefully today, fingers crossed, we'll be able to finish the installation of the AFR gauge. So let me explain what I've done so far. Right, to install this gauge, you're gonna need power and ground. In this case, power is the red, which is a 12 volts switch, and ground is the black wire. All the other ones are if you are wiring it to the ECU, which is not what we're doing. In our case, what we are doing is we are basically going to get power from the battery, in this case fuses, and the signal sent from the lambda sensor is going to be sent to the gauge. As you can see, the red goes to the fuse box, and the black is basically your ground, which I've used the battery ground when I had the car stock. So I've used the same ground the stock cars use. Right, I hope you guys can see here. So this is basically a switch where you can put your fuse. So the fuse that I've used was number 35, which is the one for the radio and the lighter. The reason why I've used that is because the AFR will only switch on when you have the key in on start mode. I'll put the schematic on the screen so you guys can see. So if you have a stock airbox, you'll see that your battery ground will come from here, rather that one, all the way to here. And because I'm using a relocation kit for my hybrid racing, I had to find another ground in the back. So I'm thinking I'm just going to use this one and redirect all the cable. I can use that one, or I can use one of these here. So I think I need to think about which one I'm going to use, because I don't want to be in the way of anything. I reckon this is probably the best and easiest way to do, because it doesn't affect anything. It can go through the aircon lines and stuff like that, so I just need to cable tie that. So that's pretty much the setup. Alright, so before tying up all the cables, I'm gonna just test if the AFR is working. So that's the key in, put it to position 2, and there we go. The AFR is now light, and is going through the heat process, which is basically the sensor is being heated. Basically these sensors are almost like a PRT or a thermocouple. They work on a signal that are sent to a computer or to an analog component and that gives you the reading of the AFR basically. So that's in. So if I press start now, there we go. That's our AFR going. We are still in cold start mode, so the readings will not be as accurate. So it's normal to on cold start be a bit higher. Right guys, another quick update. So the ground cable is now placed and secure. It goes all the way to the back. I'm a bit gutted that I choose such a bright blue color cable. I mean, it would be better if it was black, but I couldn't find anything suitable for this part, so that was well, basically that's what I had in hand. But yeah, so that's the cable in. So we can just double check again if we still got connection. Key in ignition, position 2. There we go. It cycle. So yeah, we got power. Good. And we switch it off, and it comes off. Alright guys, now that we got the wires pretty much routed, we need to start removing this panel. So you start with this trim piece here. There's 3 clips, as you can see, and basically you just pop them out. There's there's 4 clips, and there's also a plug for one of the heaters, I think. Just here. So once you remove that, as you can see here, I'll zoom in, there's 2 screws that you're gonna have to remove, and then you're gonna need to use the trim tools and basically pry all the way to the side. I know this is gonna be super hard because I've tried this before and I didn't want to force the plastic, and especially because it's really cold today, so I just hope none of the clips snap, but hey ho, it needs to be done. So let's start with the screws first. Yeah. There we go. Right, so the way I found it easy to do this is basically if you have one of those tools, is just put it just the tip of the trimmer remover, and then just wiggle it and keep doing it all the way the surface, and basically you're pushing against the clips. And the bottom one is literally get your hands where you feel the clip is and push it towards you. So right now this is pretty much off. I'm just going to check if there's any plugs. I believe there should be a plug for at least for this start button. So I'll be back with you. There you go guys, so that's the trim removed. So I'll show you every single clip where it goes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's all the trims you need to do. This is the plugs that you also need to remove. So the clip to remove it is on left hand side on this one, on top on this one, and right hand side on this one, so saves you guys a bit of time. So what we're going to be now looking to remove is this area here where the pot gauge will go. So there's 3 screws which we're gonna remove. And now this should come off. There we go. That's the vent off. Now all we need to do is to place this one. So you're gonna have to bear with me, and then we'll adjust the gauge. There's the next one. Again, shout out to Exo Racing for doing these 3D pots. There's not many choices in the market for these, and yeah. Let's see if I can show you now. As you can see, it's upside down. So, but obviously we're gonna have to change that, because all we need to do is to rotate this, hopefully. Okay, so I'll do that now. Hi guys, so the AFR gauge is now in place. This is how it looks from the front, and this is how it's gonna look from the back. To help me route the cables, I've removed this panel. As you can see, it's just a few clips here, and the panel pops off, which is good, so you can see the wires. I've got quite a lot of wires, but I think I'm gonna tidy it up everything underneath. Now, as you can see, this is the vent part where the air comes in, and there's not much space for these wires to go, so I think I'm probably gonna have to drill a small hole here to allow these cables to come in. The other option is to reroute these cables all the way through the air vents, but let's face it, it's not ideal, and it's not a small hole here that we can later fill it up. That's going to make a massive difference, so I think I'm going to do that and feed these cables in, and cable tie them to make sure that they are not going anywhere. But yeah, there we go guys. So as you can see, drill hole there, and the cables are coming through there. Just need to be cable tied together. Yeah, and it's just literally put everything back together. I'm going to take this chance to do what I haven't done in my previous video. As you can see, there's a little bit of blue tint in the edge, because we couldn't get there, because I was too afraid to remove that trim piece. So we're gonna attack that now, because it's the best opportunity to do it, and I'll be back once we got everything assembled. Cool. There we go guys, so that's all the edges done. A bit difficult here, and still a little tiny bit there, but just because this moves a lot, it's not that easy. But apart from that, yep, pretty clean. I'll take that. So with the magic of YouTube, let's go from this to this. There we go guys. So that's everything placed together. I've tidied up the cables below. I haven't done the best job, to be honest. I only realised afterwards, but I could have rerouted this a bit better. But there you go. So you got the 2 cables for the AFR, which are cable tied all the way from the back, and then they are cable tied there, so they are not in the way of the clutch, brake, and gas pedal. So Yeah, I know it's a bit difficult to see, but here we go. So it's all tied together and it's all secure, which is the main thing. Alright guys, so that's the gauge fitted, as you can see. So if we put gauge to the second position, she lights up. So I'm gonna say it's on eat mode. There you go, that's the gauge warmed up. So if we press the start button, there we go. As you can see, it's cold start, so just ignored the a bit high readings because it's normal. But yeah, this is how it looks. So from a driver's perspective, this is pretty much my eye view. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Right guys, that's the video done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully someone that is in the same position as me or want to get one of these cages installed, you have a nice tutorial. I'm sorry that it took me so long to do this, but I've been super extra busy at work. The parts were not arriving on time. It was just madness. So I'm really happy with the results. I always wanted AFR gauge, just a peace of mind to check now and then when you do one or another pull if the AFR look good. I mean, I know that's a bit more of an issue when you're turbocharging your car, but it's always good practice, in my opinion, to know the state of your air-fuel ratio. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your likes. Let me know in the comments what you think about this mod. Again, I'm not an expert, I'm not an electrician, so this is the way I've done based on the information that some of my mates forwarded to me, and some of the stuff I found it on the Civic info forum. That's it for today, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.